studio working on the horse. Got a little bit of an update for you in regards to the video yesterday. And I don't plan on being live too long, but you never know. So, okay, I'll just wait for some people to come on and bring up my chat and let you know what I'm doing. A little reorganizing of my collage stuff, fabric. So I hit the wrong button. I know there's a lot of people live right now, it looks like, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, there I am. Hey guys, how's it going? It's me again. Hi Milena. Hey Kathy. Hi Donna. It's just me. On for just a few minutes, or half hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Just kind of reorganizing some of the collage fabric after yesterday's debacle. Learning experience. That's what it was. Yesterday's learning experience. I like that better than mistakes. Because, right, we learn from our mistakes, right? Well, hi, Eva. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Hi, Lori. No network today? Oh, no rework today. I read that wrong. That's right. No rework. Hi, Joe. Hi, Mona. Okay, so I'm just going to wait a few more minutes, see if we get a few more people so I don't have to keep repeating myself. Yeah, right. I know. That's what we do on YouTube. Repeat ourselves, right? Oh boy. So, having a fun day. No rain today so far. Boy, we had one heck of a storm last night. Thunder and lightning, and the rain just poured. So, who knows what my huckleberry patch is going to look like today. Obviously, I have not gone up there yet. And I'm a little worried because, the rain and wind, they tend to knock all the berries off of the bushes. And if that's the case, I'm going to be really bummed. Because if that happens and there's no ripe ones, I'm going to have to wait another week or two before for the green ones to ripen again and hope that we don't have another storm. I'm talking from experience. This has happened to me before. Like, one day I'm up there and huckleberries are thick and fat and beautiful, and then it rains and storms, and especially if it hails, it really does knock all the berries onto the ground. And then you're either trying to pick through, try to find the berries on the ground, which I don't like to do that, but so anywho, okay, everybody's saying hi to each other, so that's cool. That is cool. And giving little smiley faces. Okay. All right. Hi, Nancy. For those of you that was here yesterday, you know that I found a mistake on my horse quilt However, a lot of you said, you know, just leave it. Not really a mistake, but I tore it off anyway. And okay, so after that, I went downstairs and I took a break and I got to thinking about it. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, you know, I think you guys were right. I should not have torn that off. Okay. Because really all I was doing is making more work for myself, which at that point, you know, definitely was making more work for myself, right? So I came back up here and I dug all those parts out of the garbage and I put new fusible on the back of it. And then I didn't put all of it back, but I put probably maybe half of it back in where it was, where I thought it would, you know, look good. And then I started on the next shade, you know, the next darkest shade. And that other spot on the left-hand side of the horse, where I also made mistakes, at this point, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to remove any of the fabric from there. I'm not 100% sure on that. There might be a few spots that I might, if I think it needs to be a little darker with these fabrics. Because when you're doing a collage, or at least in my mind, um, I don't want to use one fabric in just one spot. I want to have it in multiple areas. Makes it look a little more cohesive, balanced. But that's just, you know, my opinion. So, anyway. Hello, Linda Dollar. Oh, I'm sorry. Denton. Yeah, I need to have this camera closer, or my laptop. Hey, Teresa. Let's see who else I have. Donna Dixon. Hello. Let's see. Nancy, Donna, Kathy, Teresa, Lori, Linda, Mona, Teresa McBee. How you doing, girl? Hey, Joe. Yeah, I did take it off, Joe, but like I said, I put it back on. Because I like to create more work for myself, right? Okay. Anybody else? All right. Up at your dad's? Oh, working on credit card wallets. Awesome. What else are you guys doing today? I know Kathy's was live. Or she might still be live. I don't know. All right, so let me show you what I got going on here. Can't see the horse yet. Okay, so I got the containers out. All right. Got these containers out. Here's some more. And I need 6 altogether. And so I'm doing this to, you know, help prevent me from getting my fabrics mixed up, because I need 6, at least 6 different shade variations, right? So here I have number 1, number 2, and Also, I've been kind of going through some of my fabrics over here and seeing if I couldn't find a little bit more in the right shape that I need. Okay, so here's 3. 4. Like I definitely need some more of 5. Um, definitely need more of number 5. So I did find some that I had done up already. That's in number 5. And I also found this really dark brown, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to add that to number 5. And some of the fabrics I found still need to have, oh wait, I thought I was supposed to have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that is 6. All right, so I got an extra container. So that's good. Throw that over there. Let's see. So yeah, some of the fabric that I found, I'm going to have to add the fusible onto it, but I don't really need to do that yet. So hopefully me being a little bit more organized will, help prevent me making that mistake again. So squaring up, half square triangle. Yeah, that's always fun. Working on a kid's comfort quilt for my guild. It's Carrie from GE Designs. Oh, I saw that design the other day. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so I think the next thing I might do is I probably should show you what I fixed on the horse, and then I'm gonna look for a few more fabrics. Okay, so 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So there they all are. Yay, yay. And then these I'm going to add because I decided I wanted a little bit of like turquoise. I do have a little bit of turquoise in here, so I needed turquoise in the next darker shade. So I found this piece, which is really nice. So I have some really dark, lighter areas. And then this piece here. All right, so I'll just set that aside. And then don't need that on there. That. Applique for the Mary Mary Stillman quilt. Yay! I love that quilt. I really would like to do that quilt. And I'm thinking uh, maybe this fall I might do that. This winter, that would be a good winter project for me. All right, I'm just going to move those out of the way for a minute and turn the light on over here so you can see what I did. And I actually got quite a bit done. I think I'm ahead of where I was yesterday, even after the mistake, or I should say after the new design choices that I made. Hey Jess, how's it going? Jess says hello everyone. Alrighty. My dog is over here snoring. She's laying partway on a bone. She has a big bone like this, a leg bone from a cow. Or actually, it might be an elk bone. Anyway, it's a big bone. And she loves that bone because she hides it, keeps it up here in the sewing room and hides it away from the other dog. Because the other dog, she really never comes up here, you know. So Willa has her favorite bone and her favorite dog toys hidden up here. She actually will bring them up here and then she doesn't take them back down. And if I take them back down, she brings them back up here because she does not want Annie to get her bone, her toys. All right. Dogs can be so funny, you know, the longer you have them, the more personality they develop. Okay, I don't know if you can see from there, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick this up and bring you over. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but definitely darker, quite a bit darker, really. This was the stuff that I took off, some of this. And so now I'm adding this darker in. This spot right in through here will be number 4, so it'll be even darker than this. This is number 4, this is 4, 5. I have a little more of 3, which is the same stuff right here that needs to go down here. A little bit over here. Now, here's another spot. All of this was supposed to be number 3. So I'm not going to take that off. I'm just going to kind of go around it a little bit with 3 and then just leave it. So a bunch of this over here. So I don't know if you can see this or not. If you can see the shades on here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of this is supposed to be number 3, but I made it number 2. So I don't know. I think it looks okay. I don't know. Okay, here's my plan. I'm going to finish this half of the horse, okay? And then I'm going to look at it overall and see if I feel like I need to balance these darkers over here. If I feel like I do, like there might be some areas, like maybe up in here, maybe, then I'll deal with it. So that's kind of my plan right now. Hi, Susan. Hi, Jamie. Everybody wants to know what's for dinner. Thank you, Jamie, for putting in channels. Very, very kind of you. All right, so that's what's going on. What do you think? You think that looks too dark? I think it'll be better once I get the other darks in, then that won't look so dark, right? And there's such thing as knowing where the light should be, depending on what your light source is. So pretty challenging. Looking awesome. Not sure how to get something out of the freezer. Hi, Jean. I'm going to have something with chicken. So I got some chicken out. I'm thinking really strongly about going on that keto diet. But so right now I'm in the middle of doing my research on that. And I'm a little worried about what they call the keto flu or whatever. So if I do it, I'm going to wing myself off carbs. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is make sure I have all of the fabrics that I am using in the correct totes. I mean the extra fabrics also that I haven't put fusible webbing on the back. So here's one. So I'm just going to move that out of there, and I'm just going to set it in the bottom. That way I don't have to go back and search for it, right? Because that's kind of a pain, having to search for it. So I'm just going to do that for a little bit, and then while I visit, and oh, this isn't even supposed to be in here at all. This is a nice piece of cotton. See? I mean, I could use this in a collage, but it looks like it's at least a half a yard. So, and this needs to go back into cotton fabric. Okay. That one's there. This one's here. And I did have some of the ones I'm using stacked up. I wonder why I had that piece of cotton over here. I must have had a plan for it, because here's some strips of the same stuff. I have lots of scraps, you guys. Lots of scraps. Oh, this one I think would have been nice in the horse. I think it looks like a batik, but it feels like a cotton. But see, I think I'm gonna do up a little bit of that. All right. Okay. That, I think that's all of them from this stack I had going on over here. I really like this one too. Isn't that pretty? One of my favorites. That's really pretty too. Okay. None of that. Now I'm going to kind of look in the stash, my other stash, and see if there's any more that I could add to number one, just in case. Oh, BLT sounds good. Well, the funny thing is, Mona, is years ago I was a vegetarian. Actually, I felt pretty good on that. I hardly ever ate meat. I think the last meat that I would eat was bacon. That was the only thing I couldn't quit eating. But I didn't eat it very often. But I really loved bacon. But I would still cook meat because my first husband was definitely a meat eater, and so. But I would just eat all the sides, or I would make things, and he wouldn't even know that there wasn't meat in it. You know, uh, which is funny. I never ate tofu or anything like that, but yeah, because I just never really liked hamburger, and I don't like the taste of fat. I don't like the taste of fat, meat fat, or the feel of it in my mouth at all. So, hi, Melanie. How you doing? I think my biggest thing is to try and get off um, sugars and high carb foods. Um, that's what I'm looking at trying to do the most because I know sugars and stuff like that can lead to inflammation and body aches and stuff like that. And I just eat way too much sugar or things with sugar in it. Uh, Last night we had a steak, and it was called a Spencer steak. So that's the type of cut it is, and it's kind of like a cross between a ribeye and a sirloin, I guess. And it's been so long since I've had any beef that I could only eat like 2 bites of it, and I was like, uh, first of all, I can't really chew this, and secondly, it doesn't taste good to me. And so Brandon ate it all. He loved it. He thought it tasted great, but I just was not into it. I guess uh, I do like some chicken. I think fish is probably my favorite thing. Fish and seafood. And my other problem is I like rice, you know, and I like potatoes. So, I mean, I did grow up in Idaho, Oregon, so there was a lot of Idaho potatoes, right? All right, so let me see if I can find any lighter colors. Isn't that pretty? Ooh. These are all 1-yard cuts. I think I got these from So Yeah. And then, of course, you've seen this before. This beautiful fat quarter. I kind of wish I would have used this on the horse. It would have made it a lot easier. All right. I'm just kind of looking into my lights a little bit here and seeing if there's anything else. This one, I think this one would have been kind of good. Of course, some of it is really light and some of it is pretty dark. If I would have started out with that, I might. All right. I don't really see any more lights offhand that I would want to use. Well, I really need to get things cleaned up. All right, so that was number 1. I'm just going to put everything back in here. Anything I can add to number 2? I think I must have used, I don't know where the rest of this one is. I must have used it on something. Hi, Rudy. Hi, Andrea. Yeah, just cut your carbs under 50 grams. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try and back myself off of it. I'm not going to go cold turkey. So, like right now, my coffee in the morning, I have like about a half a teaspoon of sugar in it and creamer. And so I'm going to try and reduce that by half and just kind of wean myself off of having sugar in my coffee at all. So and by doing that, I'm hoping that'll help me, you know, with not having too much withdrawal. Hey, Andrea. Howdy, everyone. Great to see you this afternoon. I'm working while working on a quilt. I hope everybody is having a great day. Or just do flavored creamer, no added sugar. Yeah, that's an idea. I was thinking of just getting half and half and using that as my creamer and no sugar. Because I know that dry creamer, non-dairy creamer, that stuff is just not good for you, right? Okay, that was 1, 2, 3. This one in there. 3, 4. 5, 6. gotta get these. Okay, I'm working with number 3 right now, so I will just leave number 3 out. And I think I can add part of this one to number 3. This one is too dark. That one is too dark. That's too dark. That's too dark. But I think I could add this because there's a lot of light on that one. That one's too dark. I'll set those aside. Okay, and these are ones that I just want to add some stuff to, but I have to do that. Okay, that one is number 3. This one is, I think, number 3. And see, this is, I think why I messed up is because some of the spots on here are like number 3, and other spots are darker would be like in the number 4 or number 5. And so I was mixing the fabric up into the different sections. So that I think was part of what happened when I got my fabrics messed up. Okay, these are too dark. So they go over there. Away. So I got a pile of fabrics that I want to, yeah, and I want to add some to this. So I want to at least get this one and this one on there. I think this one might be too dark. Yeah, looking at it through the camera, definitely too dark. Sounds like Brandon got up from his nappy. All right. So I need to cut me off a piece of fusible. Definitely have used this one before. All right, so I'm just going to cut the piece off right about there. So I need to press that first. And then I will cut me off a piece of this one. What I usually try to do is on a fat quarter, like take that whole seam or the fold, and that'll give me a good variety of color. I usually cut this with my rotary blade, but it is over by the sewing machine, so I'll just do this. Okay, there's that one. Okie doke. The extreme wraps are great at cutting cards. Extreme wraps. What is that? Cut your carbs. Jamie, are you on the Oh, instead of eating bread, it's like a tortilla. Oh, okay. I don't know if I could get those here. Like a burrito wrap. I'll have to look for them in the bigger town. We're supposed to go to Lewiston in August. I'll write it down. Extreme wraps, huh? Oh, for about 2 years. Hmm. So I take it you're not doing it anymore. I remember when there was some other dietary thing. I think it was called the Zone, counting protein. And it always seems like you got to count. You got to count something. Oh, okay. Low carb, about-ish. That's good. I before I even decided to do this, like I haven't had potato chips in probably a good week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. And I kind of go through spells, like I'll get a craving for potato chips. Then I eat potato chips for a couple of days, and then I don't eat any potato chips or chocolate. I haven't bought any candy bars or pink M&Ms or anything like that for several weeks. Uh, and I do feel like I feel better a little bit. So hi Prep, how you doing? All right. Oh, I need my fusible. Cut me off. Okay. I need to add another piece right there. See, this fits on there pretty darn good. Okay. Hola. How are you doing? Yarning crafts? Okay. I think Katie, the Greenland quilter, I think she's going live here pretty quick. So I'm probably going to get off here at like 2 o'clock. And if the weather stays nice, I'm going to go see how the huckleberries are doing. Although I'm a little afraid of getting wet. I know those bushes are just going to be, you know, covered in water, right? So, I'm going to get wet. All right. That's a good piece for there. And now my paper scissors. And I also have a pair of a rotary cutter that I use for this also. That I just use it for paper. All my old rotary blades I save for paper piecing and stuff like that. I have a rotary cutter just for doing paper stuff. I really wish this wasn't on all of the instructions. No, for the best sewable bond. All right, there is that. Now I can go heat up the other iron. And the other thing I need is I like to use a parchment paper to iron over the top of this instead of that silicone mat. It seems like the fusible sticks to this, but it does not stick to parchment paper. So let's see. This one big enough. Yeah, it'll do. And you can reuse that parchment paper over and over and over and over again. Hi, Terry. I've heard it said that paper is the same fiber as fabric, so you can use the same blade if you want to. Yeah, I actually tried that, but it seemed like my blade did get duller quicker when I used it on the paper, and then it didn't really work well on the fabric, so I just keep them separate. Plain on a cutie practice wishbones on a quilt. Oh, that sounds like fun. Mona, how did it go? And did you record? Okay, I'm going to go turn my heater on. That fly bite that I got on my hand right there. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but it's really swollen. And God, it just itches like crazy. Right here. That big red spot right there. And yeah, it just. So yeah, I just wanted to give you an update on what. Yeah, that is swollen. On what I decided with this course and what I was up to. And I think Katie and some of her friends over on Greenland Quilter are doing crochet today, and she invited me over there. So if I don't go huckleberrying, I probably will go on to Katie's live for a little while. After I go to the post office and stuff, because my sew sampler box is supposed to be there, but it is so irritating. I keep getting notices that it'll be here today, and then it's not. And then the next day, I'll get a notice that it said it should be here today, but then it's not. I mean, it goes on for like a week every day getting a notice. I'm thinking about poking a hole right in the center of that spot and then using my extractor to get out any whatever might be in there uh, from that fly bite, black flies. And I need to remember to take my huckleberry picking gloves. I took an old pair of quilting gloves, um, and I cut the finger and thumb off, and I use those for picking huckleberries. It, really helps keep the bugs from biting you. I know, I've had this shirt forever, okay, before I even started quilting. And it's, you know, quilt blocks. It's like some half square triangles. Yep. And Danny, so not an expert, is on at 8:30 p.m. tonight. Okay, thank you. Hey Brenda, how you doing, girl? If I'm still awake, I will watch. Me too. I should be still awake, but who knows? All right, you guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Just got my horse reworked, added some darker fabrics into it. Whoops, sorry. Sorry about that. Got some darker fabrics added. So I'm on the dark parts now. And got myself reorganized. Picked out a few more fabrics for this project. And yeah, I'm doing good. I'm debating on whether to go huckleberrying. Might be too wet up there, but I got the huckleberry fever. Huckleberry fever. Thank you, Brenda. Anyway, so all right, I'll let you guys go. And yeah, it's just a short one, even under an hour. I can't believe that. When's the last time I had a video that was under an hour? All right, you guys take care. Have a blessed day. And I hope you get to create something today. Love you guys.